Hey, my name's Real. Welcome to Recording Ranch.
Thank you.
Come on in.
Okay. This is so cool.
Yeah, this is our sound stage.
Oh my goodness. I feel so small inside. So what do we do here?
Well, this is what's called a psych wall, short for psychorama wall, meaning that basically the floor just rolls up into the wall, so it's curved in every direction. And when you light it big and you put people in here, it's kind of like the wall disappears, so it feels like they're in like this endless space.
White space.
So it looks like a Progressive commercial or
that's pretty cool.
an iPhone commercial or something. And but we use it for music videos. It's really popular. The band Jet did it for their big song and everything. So
This is cool. And
Yeah.
then I guess you could do backdrops and stuff too. Now I feel really small. Is this like that?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It's about 20, a little over 20 this way, 20 feet deep, and 2 stories tall.
I feel like I'm gonna get very dirty. This is cool.
This is actually after a video shoot, so we haven't repainted it yet. You can actually see some tire marks still wearing through from. We had Noah Hunton had a car in here and did a music video.
Of course he did. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I got to back it in. That was fun. Yeah. So we got a little makeup area. And
Very
a
important.
bunch of tools and stuff over on this side. And yeah, we could go with Studio A, but I think let's start on the second floor. Let's start with Studio C and walk backwards.
All right. Nice. Do this.
Anywhere you like?
Hold on.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. I just need to get out of the way. Okay.
All right, so we'll start with Studio C and walk backwards. We had so much height in this building that I was like, yeah, let's double deck it and do the studios upstairs as well. So we have a little
Probably
extra.
get some really good angles from up here too.
We just shot a band from the balcony there, or the mezzanine as I call it. So yeah, this is the lowest room because the building slopes this way.
Yeah.
So this room, actually the BBC used this room for a week, filming some things that are about to come out.
BBC.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to like share that information now?
You can say the BBC was here and they
Okay.
came here to do to record, but I can't say what it's for.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
But it's going to be
They were
coming
here
out.
for a week,
Yeah,
chilling.
it'll be out soon,
Okay.
and yeah, so we're excited about that. And then, but yeah, we've used it for some other things. We had our family band in here.
Oh,
We also
yeah.
set up a guest room so people can come and crash. You know, if they're artists from out of town, which we get.
Wow.
Being from California, we get artists from, gosh, we just had California, we had Seattle, that was the farthest one, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
We had just Oklahoma. Paul came in from Oklahoma. So yeah, we got a lot of people
That's
coming
so
to stand.
cool.
Yeah.
Well, and BBC, that's across the ocean.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That
is so cool. So you
So-
just have it set up for whatever you need.
Yeah.
Or whatever they need.
It's
really.
a bit of a spillover room, but we use it all the time. So, all right. That's Studio C. And then this one is Studio B. We regularly like to use this for doing filming.
Okay.
So it's set up like a podcast room.
Wow.
Yeah. And so this here is we have 3 different sets in here. So, we've got like the country sort of
Yeah.
like hangout, and there's this. It's minimally lit. This one doesn't have any lights because we usually bring in film lights and light it with like
Right.
film lights and set up cameras
We
and
use
mics and stuff.
everything.
But this is like if you want, there's a lot of equestrian people in town. So if somebody wants to
Right.
come and talk about their business, they can do that right here. This is a little bit more like I don't know what you call it, like a sophisticated looking, more modern set or whatever.
Definitely.
So. It's also a good place to talk. We've had artists come and just sit down and talk about their music too here.
This is like, I've actually seen some AI games where you like put the furniture and stuff. This looks like something from that. It's very cool.
Yep. Yeah. Sometimes we'll change around the furniture depending on how many people. We'll put the TV in the middle, put the logo up for whoever's company. Or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
and, like feature them, and they can kind of do a talk show
This is like
situation.
so legit. This is cool.
And this is our third set. It's just a conference table. So if you want to sit here like like the Joe Rogan podcast and like argue, you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can do this. It's a good
Not really
place.
my style, but I can definitely see the interest in it. So absolutely.
Yeah. We got 4 chairs. I think I borrowed one of them somewhere. I don't know where it is.
It's okay.
So yeah, so we
That is awesome.
we could do that, and then yeah, so that's pretty much the extent. Here we can pipe music in from downstairs. We got tie lines. There are 100 tie lines in the building. I don't know if that means anything to you.
Yeah, what is this tie line?
So it's just simple for XLR cables, basically, from microphones. So, like, there's over 40 of them out here on the stage, so I can wire up a full band and still get all those signals in the controller.
Oh my god.
And that's nice for being able to.
That's gonna be so complicated to try and control 40 different lines coming in.
Yeah, I don't like to do that.
No, yeah,
but
that
I do.
sounds awful. That sounds like not fun at all.
It is fun when it's like a live country band.
Okay.
So Noah Hunt will bring his whole band and play, and that was fun. You know, we've had a couple people like that. They wanted to go live, and that's fun. So this is Studio A. This is our live room. I've got 2 drum sets set up all the time. So I've got a 1960s Ludwig, and I've got a more modern kit with one of those toms on it. Wow. This is in Orange County, and yeah, everything in here is always mic'd and ready to go.
Okay, so who did all the wires? Did you do all of this yourself?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
You know, so that's why it's sloppy and hanging out of the.
Well, this is really cool. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
ISO booth through there. We'll go in there in a minute.
So this is very similar to something you would see in like LA. That's really cool.
It is built like a commercial studio, although it is a home studio. It's not commercial. So like people can just go in, like, book and say I'm coming. Like it's private. So they call us and I'm like, okay, yeah, what do you want to do? And we talk about it. But it's my home studio. That's why my drums are set up and mic'd. And if we have a band come in, they usually put their drums here. Yeah. And we bring the stands over and mic them here. And
so cool.
We shoot videos in here. We've got some video switching, so we can switch cameras, and that's our wedding.
Okay, got you. I was like, what is all of this?
Yep, that's our wedding. A little dusty. But
that is awesome.
Yeah, my wife had the idea to get a guitar specifically for the wedding, and then have everybody sign it with the.
That is the best wedding gift ever. Is just to have all of that. That's a really good memory.
Yep.
Okay.
That's super cool.
So this is your guitars over the years?
Yeah, just a bunch of different things. Here's a hollow body. It's kind of fun. The Bigsby bridge on it and a MIDI pickup. A couple different electrics. This is I use this a lot. I use it to play in the church band for worship and also for country music. My Telecaster. Couple Strats, bass.
Wow.
Yeah. Acoustic guitars for whatever. One of them strung Nashville, which just means it's the strings from a 12 string. So.
Okay, so show me where the magic happens.
Okay.
Because that is exceedingly complicated, and I wouldn't even know what one of the buttons does.
Well, we'll stop by the vocal booth on the way. How about that? Since we're
that
here.
would be cool.
This is an amp room. A couple of things I've got somewhere else apparently. And then this is the vocal booth. So come on in here.
Oh,
try to move over so you can all fit in here. So this is like. People can see the producer from here. You can do vocals. So
they can kind of give you.
Yeah, if you're short, you just.
Those of us that are height challenged.
Exactly. And then you can also see your band, so you've got a nice view. So it's nice to record live at the same time.
So why would you have somebody in here as opposed to singing out there?
So do you hear the sound in here? Like there's like no.
There's no
reflection at all.
Yeah.
Now out there you can hear, right? You hear that room has got reflection. This room just does nothing.
Okay.
And so that room
keep nice clear sound.
Exactly. So we want the microphone to hear your voice and nothing else. If we're adding reverb or delay, it's done in post, and that way the signal is pure.
So you just layer it right over top of what they're recording at the same time. That's pretty cool. Yep. That is very cool.
Yeah. So and it's known as an isolation booth. This is a vocal booth, but an isolation booth or an amp room or a vocal booth, the same kind of thing.
So what if the singer was going to come in here, and I'm going to say she because hello. If she were doing guitar at the same time or something, would you do the guitar out there or in here?
Just depends. A lot of times when people are doing acoustic guitar, what we'll do is we'll set them out out here with acoustic guitar and a mic, so 2 different microphones, one for the guitar, one for the voice.
So I can pick up the different.
Yeah, and we'll film them at the same time because you get this I don't know if you can see through this window, but you get a nice.
Yeah.
It's a nice warm setting in front of the guitars to sit
and
do something like that. So we get a lot of people that want to record acoustic guitar there.
Yeah.
But you can certainly play acoustic guitar and sing at the same time in here as well.
It's funny because it is very warm lights, but the placement of the lights is really interesting because the way that you would have somebody sing, that's perfect lighting for it.
Oh,
that's really, really cool. as somebody who has struggled with lighting in
Oh.
my own podcast
Give me
room.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound is one thing. Lighting. Oh.
So we'll go to the right. This is what you were asking about. This is the control room, where all the buttons and knobs are, and switches
Oh
and
my
dials and
God. I
faders.
can't even fathom. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like, just looking at all of this is like, and you always seem so right at home in like this kind of environment. So
Yeah.
I don't know how did you learn all of this?
Well, piece by piece, little at a time, you know. I started off with like literally an analog tape machine. I still have, or not even a tape machine, a cassette deck. I still have it. Check it out. So, right.
Oh my goodness, so that's where it started.
This is my first recorder.
Oh my goodness.
I keep it for posterity, and there's a Cure tape in there, so your daughter would love that.
Lexi would.
Okay, so yes, I've got the Friday I'm in Love single with the B slide on there as well, and so, but yeah, I used to record right to that thing with like one microphone, sometimes two. And then I got like a little mixer in my mom and dad's basement, and I was recording through that, and so I learned like you should.
Just
with
slowly,
nothing.
Yeah, you had no money
Yeah.
and like the thing, and you just slowly work
Yeah.
your way up, and
You're
now
like-
you've got this.
Yeah, so when you like having to like, you're like the drummer, keep moving them further, put them further away, and then you're like, okay, now it's getting more balanced. You
Oh
know,
my
having-
God.
Singer's got to be here, guitar players over there, to get for
So
one
you have to,
microphone.
like, figure where everybody stands just so the sound. Okay.
Exactly.
So what would you do now? Like,
Well,
just
now
adjust?
you get I can put 40 mics, like you say, on something
Yeah,
and do what I want, you know. So yeah, and so this equipment is just some hand selected things that I use a lot, that I like and I trust. So
This is pretty cool.
yeah, this is a little bit of mastering equipment. This is what they call 500 series gear. It just fits a whole bunch of stuff in a really small space, which is nice because it's right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I can sit here and like I can even sit here and so I can play 88 keys if I want, right?
Oh my God, I didn't even know there was a.
Yeah. So I have like a full size piano right here, and then
Drop that out like it's. Just,
Yeah.
Wow.
I can talk to people, and then I can operate equipment. So these are a lot of times where these are like channel strips. So this is where I bring in like if something's very important, like a vocal mic, I might bring it in on the Avalon or the UA or the Neve, and then this is a mixer with another 16 channels, and then there's another 8 pre's in there and a couple more up here, so I can record a lot of things at one time. This is 96 inputs and outputs right here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I can't even fathom.
So,
Like, I would be confused at like 3.
so the patch bay allows you to like take anything to anywhere else.
Okay.
So all the stuff that I need to move is wired up to the back of this. So you just
Okay.
plug a cable into something and go somewhere else, and then you can move it.
I see.
But
Okay.
like for sometimes like it's wired so that everything that comes into this immediately goes to the thing that's plugged into here,
Okay.
and then everything that's plugged in here goes to here. So you have all your connections set up on the back to just naturally happen. But if you need to reroute, you have the front.
It kind of reminds me of, back in the day when you had the telephone operators
Exactly.
and they would literally just connect the calls like that. That's very much what it looks like.
That's what it is.
Really?
Yeah, basically, I mean that's exactly what it is, because that was, imagine those all being houses.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now
So,
it's
yeah.
just one is this, one is that, like,
Yeah.
and I can make them talk to each other.
So do you have a party line where you can like put all of them on one thing, or not really?
Yeah, I mean there is definitely
Just going with that concept in my head.
I mean if you put what ends up happening is some terrible feedback if you hook it up wrong. So
Yes, I'm very familiar with the feedback issues.
so but a lot of times like I'll be like, why not? I want to go through this, and then I want to go through this, and then I want to go through this, and I can hook it all up in a row and
Wow.
just play.
And then just do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then mess with people like, right now you're playing through $15,000 worth of equipment. Like,
Wow.
like, and people are like,
Yeah.
yay.
Wow.
I'm like, and it sounds, okay.
That's yeah. Okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, so did you do this like custom? Because
Yeah.
that looks like it's multiple different things all in one location.
Yeah.
Right?
So I built this in 3D. I use a program called SketchUp, and once I build what I like, I build the whole studio that way. I build
Wow.
everything that way. And so once I see what I like, then I put it in, like I can show you the kind of vibe, what I'm talking about here. So I just go here, renders, studio renders, sure. So like, for example, here's our control room that we're in right now. And
Oh my goodness.
see, I plan to paint the walls a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's the desk right there. So once I get it in here, I lay it out on sheets for a CNC machine. It's a computer navigated cutting, and they cut all the parts, and then it comes on a pallet, and I just put it together with a nail gun and some glue.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than trying to buy a
Exactly
desk.
what you want.
You couldn't get a desk like this anyway. Like they're all like 4 feet deep and everything's everywhere.
Right.
I need stuff to be close so I don't have to move around because I need to get, fat sitting here.
Yeah, we'll work on that, right? Okay, so how come this gets to be over here, so far away over here?
Well, so this is just used for input. So it's a 16-channel mixer. It's just a really good sounding Soundcraft mixer. It has direct output, so I can bring in drum sets on this, and so I've got all the different drums, for example. And then if there's something special, I can bring it into more of the boutique preamps. But like that, pretty much just kind of set and forget. It's just over there, and I don't need to touch it once I get the levels. And then this is room for extra stuff, which my wife is not happy about.
Right. I can understand that.
I got room for more. I could spend more money.
Yes, yeah, I could see where there would be a little bit of a complaint going, but yeah. I mean, if the BBC is going to come in and use this place, so obviously it is bringing in business and bringing in people. So, we're getting on a roll. We had a really good April, pretty decent May and June, then we just traveled all this month. So that's awesome. So you've been doing this for a long time because you were doing this in California before here, and you've pretty much met everybody under the sun. Like you're anybody I could name drop, you've probably already met them anyway, or done work with them, or one person revert.
So I mean, there's a lot of famous people or whatever, but yeah, I've met quite a few. Yeah,
over the years. So what is your favorite thing that you've done so far? What is your absolute favorite person to work with, or the favorite music, or what is it?
That's
if you had to name somebody or something.
So if you look over here, see this little gal right here.
Oh, that's smart. That was smooth. Okay. That was awesome.
And no joke, there's nobody in the world I'd rather work with than this little lady right here. So that's awesome. Yeah. So, I mean...
She is pretty cool. I mean, I admit. So,
and honestly, I mean, famous people it's cool and everything to be like, hey, I've worked with famous people. But I mean, the more and more time goes on, we realize that famous people aren't all what they cracked up to be.
And they're just people.
Yeah, hopefully. And so what we, so they're going to be lower on the list than, there's a lot of, I do a lot of independent projects that I just love.
Yeah.
I like to work with people who are just down to earth and just doing music because they love music, not because they've got to get the next single or be the next big whatever.
Wow. So what do you go from here? You've had some great things so far.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, you can still smell the paint. You can. This is new. So what's the next plans aside from more equipment?
Sure. I have no plans. There's a wish list back there, but yeah. I guess so we're new in Ocala. I mean, we've been the studio's been open for a little over a year now. And we've done a lot of great projects. We're starting to pick up more video work and things like that. And so I guess working our way into the local community and just letting people know we're here and saying, hey, we want to be part of the community. We want to support the local artists, the local churches, the local businesses, and whatever you guys need. You know what I mean? That's really what we came here to put down some roots, and that's what we're doing.
Awesome. That's awesome. So are you getting a lot of work from local, or is it more from people from out of areas?
It has picked up. So originally when we started, because it took a while. It took a year.
Oh, yeah.
It took a year to build this. And so when we left California, a lot of people were, they're all like, what are you guys doing? Because
we'll fly to you.
and so that's exactly, as soon as it got done, we got hit with, our first thing was actually a local project. It's a gospel group, a 50-person gospel group called The Rooms Living.
Okay.
And they're all from different churches, different leaders, and they came in and blessed the place and sang and did a worship set, and it was wonderful. And the leader is Joey Vaughn, and he's class act. It was really, really special for us, and it really started us off on the right foot. And then after that, we just had a slew of cool different projects, but most of them were from California, all this stuff coming in.
Wow.
And then we started to pick up the local stuff. So now it's blended to where probably 70% local, 30% out of state.
Really?
Yeah.
And so it's kind of flipped the script basically.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is really cool. Yeah, because I I mean, you don't normally think Ocala in like
Yeah.
major recording
Yeah.
studio. So it's cool. This is kind of like this little tucked away hidden thing, which so much of Ocala is like that. So
Yes.
it really fits in great. But I think it's really, really cool that this is here in the community because I definitely think it is a need. I mean, what else are people supposed to do? Go to like Orlando or Tampa or something like that?
And that is what we're hearing from the locals too, is like, wow, we can't believe this is in Ocala. You know what I mean? Hey, let me get you a chair.
Okay.
Let me get you a chair so you can sit down and we can talk more about what's going on around here.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's like chairs and couches and stuff tucked away like everywhere.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Right now it's all raining outside. You can hear the sand under the wheels.
Well, you know, if you're going to move to Ocala, you kind of have to get used to living with sand. It's going to be in your car, on your floorboards. It's going to be basically everywhere. But yeah, it's okay.
It is my topsoil.
It is. Yes, and it eats the topsoil, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So what about like locally? You mentioned that you're doing some work with people locally, but you said it's now swapped, so you got like 70% locally.
Yeah.
So what kind of projects have you been doing?
Well, one that a lot of people know is the Noah Hutton Band. We talked about that
Oh,
earlier.
yeah. Love Noah Hutton. He's
Yeah.
blast. Yeah.
Noah Hutton's doing country music with us, and actually we just did a pop track the other night. He's going to have
Really?
Yes, he has a rap feature coming out on it.
No way. That's going to be awesome. I want to hear that.
So we've done a lot of fun stuff recently. We did the latest single that's out right now is Gulf of America.
Okay.
And then we have another one that's coming out soon that we co-wrote, and that is called Florida is Home.
Okay. Wow.
And,
that's
that's gonna be
very
exciting.
cool.
We've got another local artist named Heather Lynn, and she's one of the nicest people you ever meet.
I think I've seen her name around.
Yeah.
I don't know her as much as Noah Hutton.
Yeah, she's got a band. She's starting to play out. Chris Riles is playing with her, and he's got a studio in town as well. So they're well established, you know, here locals. She's in the horse community.
Of course.
And they just did a music video. We're coming back. She's coming back next week to edit the music video with me.
Okay. Very cool.
And we just filmed that out on the stage, and then we went out to Amberbrook Farms to do the flower field, to film her in the flower field.
Oh wow!
And like drone shots and all this
yeah.
stuff,
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you don't do just music; you do a lot of video and production and editing and stuff too. How do you find the time to do all that editing? Because you know the recording is one thing, but I've learned the editing is by far and away more time consuming.
And that video shoot in particular, because it's like I think we have like 2 hours of footage. That are going to go into a 3-minute song. So.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff that's going to not make it. But
kiss goodbye all of your best work and get it all done. That's so mean.
So it should be pretty action packed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of ideas and a lot of things. But
sure.
I mean, it takes time. Yeah, it's probably like 6 or 7 hours just to put all the footage in the session and get it all synced.
Yeah.
And like nice, and then start choosing pieces. So it's going to be a long process.
Yeah.
But I make time because I like the audio aspect, but I also like the video aspect, and it's great.
So what's your favorite if you had to pick one?
Right now, I have no idea. I mean, there's one I'm really excited about. So
Okay.
So the Jace Harold Band. This is like this country stomp thing that's going on.
Okay, I don't know what country stomp is, but apparently
yeah,
okay.
It's basically like, I don't know how you picture, like you know line dancing, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So picture like an old venue. Like it looks.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like it should be in a movie, right?
Okay.
And that's where they're doing their thing. They've got this place called the Stomp Barn.
Okay.
And and it's really cool. You should check it out on Instagram.
Okay.
And I'm just really excited because he's a great artist.
The Stomp Barn. Okay,
Yes.
I will look for this.
Yeah, so they're coming in, so I'm excited about that. We just had Sunshine State of Mind. It's a young band that just came in and recorded. We've had Kendall Tucker in. Just mixed a song recently for him with him and another featured artist. Gillespie's his last name. I don't know why I can't think of his first name right now. He's a singer from Under Oath.
Okay.
And so that's cool that's a new project. There's just tons of new stuff. I've got a guy named Warren who's coming over to do a song for his family coming this week. I love stuff like that. Another gal named Barbie. She's an older gal. We just did a patriotic song, and it was like full orchestra.
Wow.
So that was really cool.
Well, the whole music industry, though, it's really changed. I mean, with like iTunes and downloaded music, it is completely changed from what it was
Yeah.
a few years ago even. So
Yeah.
like how are the artists and how are like, you know, recording studios like how are you working with that?
Well, you got to roll with the punches. You know, times change, but I would say it's fantastic what's happening.
Really?
Yes. I mean, not because
I'm surprised. I'm
not
really
because
surprised.
the money's gone out of music. You know, there's no
Right,
money
yeah.
in music anymore. But like, you know, if you're if there's I mean, and AI's, you know, threatening to take everyone's job.
Yeah, no, I've heard
know,
AI. It was,
but-
yeah, no.
But like, I do music because I love it, not because it's the like. If I did anything else, I would make more money. Right.
Fair enough.
Like,
yeah.
if I put the kind of time I put into music into anything else,
Yeah.
I'd make a lot more money. And so, you know, and it's just the thing that's wonderful about what's happening is that, first off, the playing field has been leveled with digital music.
Right.
So like anybody can release an album.
Right.
You don't need a radio station, all stuff. You can just get on TikTok and blast it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if it's good, it's good. And
yeah, and the people will know. Like, yeah, it's
And-
like, hey, this person's really good, and they share it.
Yeah.
And it just, it's a lot more organic.
Exactly. And then the fall of the celebrities. You know, people get, you know, like it's controversial or whatever, but I'm like, sweet, because you know, like I'm not trying to like hate on famous people. I mean, there's I'm sure there's some good ones, but a lot of times, you know, they overshadow music that's just as good or better, and so the playing field is just leveling with people like kind of turning away from that and being able to select their own thing. So everybody's got their own little, you know, pet projects that they're Patreons or they're supporting or whatever, and it's like so everyone can be a content provider, and it just makes it level for someone who wants to be creative.
Well, I mean that's how some of the big names that we have right now are even got started. Like Justin Bieber, he was on YouTube. He was some 12-year-old kid on YouTube.
That's right.
And they're like, we're gonna scoop that kid up, and all of a sudden he's mega massive famous, like beyond anybody's dreams.
Yeah.
So, but it started on YouTube.
Yep.
So I mean, it's crazy that there's so many platforms for people to get out there. So I guess in that way, it's good. But yeah, as far as like going and buying a CD, which is, I
do miss
I like the actual feeling of it.
Yeah, there was such a beauty to the way, you know, like even just from the 1940s and on, you know, like the way that records were done and the way that there is a real and a lot of people come into the studio like with that feeling, that like excitement over like, we're gonna cut a record.
Yes.
Even though there's no vinyl involved. Certainly no wax.
Could you even like do that? Like, I don't even know how they would do.
In fact, Ken Holt is another local artist.
Okay.
Well, he's from Tampa, and the Tampa area, and so Ken, actually he's blowing up right now. He's got like something that's like #1 on the charts in UK or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He's got charting stuff happening, and we just pressed a vinyl.
So, you actually pressed a vinyl.
Yeah,
you
like not not here at the recording ranch.
How?
But I did all the mastering for it.
I mean, you got something like stuck somewhere.
So there are companies that still make vinyls.
Right.
And his record is just such that it's a real album. It's got, you know, the full length amount of songs. I think it's got like 14 songs, and you know, it's just right for it's right for a vinyl. It's the right old sounding rock and roll kind of vibe. Country rock, all these different, you know, old influences and stuff in it. And so like he's like, yeah, we're gonna press a vinyl, and it's got this, you know, beautiful cover and everything.
Oh
so
my God.
we're able to facilitate, you know, the mastering for that. And
that's so cool. Yeah. Wow. I imagine that probably isn't a everyday occurrence. It's probably pretty rare that you have something like that.
It's rare. Yeah. And it's like, oh, okay, I gotta learn this over again.
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm pretty sure I know what to do, but it's like, yeah, it's you know, and
slight variations.
Yeah. And I love that work is like that all the time. It's like it's just all over the place, you know. Even though I'm a recording studio, you'd think I do the same thing every day, but it's never the same.
Wow.
So.
Well, probably different for each person that comes in, and their different characteristics and their different sounds and all of that. That's cool.
Absolutely.
So you still love it even after all these years. Still in love with it. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Let me show you one of the ones that I did recently. It's one of my favorites, and I want to bring it up for you. All right. All right. So this is a session right here.
Okay.
People are like, why do you have 3 monitors? It's like, so I can look at all this cool stuff at one time.
It's the same reason there's 3 boards, right?
Yeah, this is my tanning booth. Okay. Here's all the tracks going on.
Very complicated.
Yeah, a couple little things on the page. So Actually, this was a surprise for your daughter, right? Lexi, right?
Yes.
This is
gonna be that. Okay.
yes. So Lexi's graduating, and Andrea's written a song for her, and
Andrea can't sing for crap, so.
So we facilitated making this song specifically for you and your daughter, and so yeah, we can start on some of the.
How did you? What are we looking at?
Okay, so I'm pretty organized, usually the same way. The top of the page starts with drums.
Okay.
So when you look at this, so this first channel right here says KI. That stands for kick in.
Okay.
And so that's the bass drum, or the kick drum, as we sometimes call it, and that's the inside mic. And so that's it right there. And so if you solo it, you can hear the inside of the bass drum. All right?
Oh my God.
And
okay.
I've got it gated and whatever, so if you'd like turn all the stuff off, when you put the processing on it, it sounds killer. Okay, and then we have ST. That stands for snare top.
Okay.
So that's a snare drum, right? And that's the top of it right there. I've got this great 80s sounding stuff because, we wanted to do the Cure kind of sound. So we make a snare drum that sounded like this. Right? That's a natural. Then we're going to do some effects and some EQ. So now we got this great 80s sounding snare drum. So we got kick and snare. Oh, yeah.
That sounds very 80s.
Right?
That's awesome.
And then, we got tom. That's a tom-tom. And a floor, that's the same thing. It's just one that sits on the floor. So tom-tom and floor tom. And I don't know.
So you know how to play every single one of these instruments?
Yeah. Well, these are all the...
to.
Yeah, I play all the instruments that I did here. I don't play violin, but I do right here.
Okay,
But I'll hire musicians in to do certain things if we need something that's,
Wow.
we need a pedal steel player.
But you have to understand exactly how everything works in order, like, you don't play violin, but you know exactly where it's supposed to go and how it's supposed to sound and what you're trying to get out of it.
Yeah, usually.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And that I mean, you're probably wondering how it's like. I didn't go to school for that like this. So
I don't think you can go to school for that. I don't know.
Well,
they have a PhD and.
So quick story. When I opened up my first studio in the year 2000, that was the first. Like I was doing it out of my apartment in California, and then 2001 was when the Hidden Studio was born in Hollywood, California, and thanks to my mom and dad and yeah, a whole lot of effort. But we got the studio open, and my first client, a friend recommended, and it was a Disney mom and her daughter.
Okay.
So she's like grooming her daughter to be in Disney. And the girl could sing quite good, but she was only 13 years old. And her mom's like, she wants to do an R&B song, like a Destiny's Child kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
And she wants me to write the song and produce it and everything. And my cousin told her that I could do this. He's like, oh yeah, Michael can handle it. Right?
Okay.
Well, I first I only played indie rock. That's it. Okay, like I didn't know. Yeah.
Okay, that's a little different.
Right.
Just a little bit.
And I'm like R&B, right? And so I needed the money, and he sent her my way, and
you figured out.
She's like, so she said, she's talking to me on the phone. Yeah, you can do this. And I'm like, sure. And so, that night,
kind of like my first 1031 exchange. I'm like, yeah, of course I can do that. What the hell?
Right. So I'm like, okay, so I'll go. I go in that night, listen to like what's current in the genre because I didn't know any of it, and I'm like, okay, that acoustic guitar riff, I get it. Okay, these different things, those drum sounds, and so the next day they came in, and I did it, and we wrote. I was like, what am I going to write about? 'Cause she's 13, so I was like, she never even had a boyfriend, so I'm like, I never had a boyfriend. That's the name of the song.
That's awesome.
And we did it, and it came out great, and I was like, you know what? I kind of like R&B, and so then it was like a couple weeks later, I had a Latin jazz band. And then a couple of weeks later, it was something completely different. It was just keep changing. And so through the years, you get a taste for all these different things. And so that's how you figure it out. It's not like you're like, you just come to the table with this information,
Yeah.
So.
I have to admit that the Lexi song, I did not know what to do with it because it was really bad because, I can sing like a little bit, but every time I tried to sing that song, I busted out crying. So I was like, I cannot do this. I physically cannot do this. And then I brought it into you and you were like, that's a country song. What are you doing? Can I, Andrea, really? I was like, do whatever you want.
Well, she wanted the, we know
she loves
Lexi loves The Cure.
Yeah, she loves The Cure.
So sorry, I'm turning my air conditioning down because it's
the hottest day of the year. So basically what you do is you just figure out what it is because it's not just like what you're creating, but it's trying to figure out what's actually being asked of you.
Yeah, because, you know, and that happens all the time, where somebody will have something and I'm like, well, that doesn't quite fit. But then I'm like, okay, here's what we do.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, and with experience, you know, when you have 25 years of experience, you're like, okay, here's what we do. Here's what we, you should, as a producer, that's your job. You're supposed to know how do we get from point A to point B, and you know, a big part of that's a drum sound. So that's
that looks like point A, B, C, D, 10, like 12. There might be some algebra in there.
I mean, we got drum set, we got percussion, we got bass, guitars, keyboards, and vocals. I mean,
you had the entire band. You had the Cure right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was all you, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no big deal, of course.
There's your toms, right? And I even put the little Cure fill in there, right? So you got the kick drum, snare drum. Okay. Overheads.
Wow.
Overheads are the microphones that are over the drum set. That's simple.
Okay.
So simple. Okay. And your room mics.
Wow.
Right. Room mics are microphones that are farther away from the drum set, so you get that. You know,
okay, but
distance.
you weren't actually playing.
Yeah, I'm playing.
This was you playing.
Yeah, I press record, I run in there, play the drums, come back over here.
That's awesome.
And then see all this right here? This is a loop of me playing. I found one spot that I'm like, yeah, that's great. Keep it going. And then here I had a detail where I changed like a fill. There I cut it out, no drums here. And then this ending is a little different. I went more Cure.
Right.
So that's what I was just playing right there. So which a little ode to the Cure to play their, you know, their drum part, very specific. And so we've got claps, which is like, you know, we've been doing this since what, the 50s and 60s, you know, but they just get more and more, you know, so I got a kind of 80s sounding reverbed out clap, and then I've got a tambourine.
What's crazy is when I'm listening to the music, I don't hear any of these things individually. I hear all of it together.
Yes. Yeah. And then now you'll be like, oh gosh, now I hear that there.
Yeah. There's no way to unhear it.
That's a reverse cymbal. So it's just a cymbal that you'd flip around backwards.
So it's,
So it reverses into it, and then you put the actual one or more of them on the downbeat, so you get this kind of
Oh, very cool.
So rise and fall there. So when we put all the drum elements together, we get a nice...
That's crazy.
Got the limb drums right here. Those are great, right? Got to have the 80s stuff. Oh, yeah, we don't want to reveal it yet, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's on the bass guitar. The bass guitar is just the one hanging on the wall in there. Just plug it in here, play some bass. And a guitar part.
This is like
That's
just looking at it. Just that you started with that.
I started with that guitar lick, yeah, because I was singing your lyric, and no, it's so good actually. Like I'm like this. Like you had some. Did you have some help there?
Oh yeah. I definitely. So Chatty and I are besties.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been using ChatGPT for years, it knows way too much about me, like to a scary degree. I asked it the other day, please tell me what are some of my personality flaws and how I can work on them. And it was creepy, like actually gave me steps. It was really creepy. So I asked Chatty, my bestie, and I was like, could you help me come up with some lyrics for a song for my daughter? And she's like, oh, for Lexi? Sure. And just...
For Lexi.
Yeah, for Lexi.
Your daughter Lexi. Like, do I have photographs and a location whereabouts?
It was creepy. It was so creepy. I was like, and then I didn't really, you know, there was some of it. I was like, okay, I like this, but I don't like this. So I collaborated with a computer that I've been collaborating with for other things for years. And yeah, we came up with that finally. And you're right, it sounded very, very country western, which Lexi absolutely hates. So, so I was like, what am I gonna do with this now? Who would I possibly? Oh wait, I know somebody. But I was not expecting this, because most people, when they think of somebody in a band, they think of one person can play one instrument really well and that's it, or they can sing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Being a singer in a band is like, you were the entire band, and you essentially wrote the song, because you definitely changed it up, that it does not even, the lyrics are there, but it's so completely different. It's so much better than anything I came up with. It's incredible. So, I mean, yeah, it was just, I'm speechless. It was just crazy.
That also,
how are you not a rock star? Like, to be that talented, to be able to play all the instruments, to understand all of the different sounds and stuff. How did you not do that? Or was that
I started off thinking that would be the right way to go. Right. So that's why I moved to Hollywood.
I mean,
I left my hometown of Greensburg, Pennsylvania at 19 with my mom. She did not let on how upset she was. Smart. She was super supportive.
Smart woman. It's hard.
She's a wonderful woman, and she did not let on at all. But apparently, I've been told later that your mom was like, he's never coming back. And so anyway, she's moved here now.
Yeah.
And
so, there you go.
So she's a snowbird. She's here half the year. But
that's awesome.
But yeah, it started off like I was playing in bands. I was the drummer because I had a friend growing up who played drums, and I was like, man, I want to learn to do that. That was super cool. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I had just learned to play the piano. My mom said, well, I'll get you, if you win the Lions Club award on the piano, I'll get you a set of drums. And I don't think she knew that I would win it.
Oh my God.
I spent like 5-6 hours a day probably playing, maybe more, playing piano.
She is so smart. I did not realize how brilliant your mom is. That's amazing.
Yes, she's a brilliant lady. And I got, you hear that, Mom? Kathy?
Yeah, there you go. Shout out to Kathy.
So she, you know, she had a piano in the house. I was learning, it was a digital piano I was learning on. And then that Christmas, after I learned, won the Lions Club award, she playing some ragtime at school or whatever, she got me a set of drums. That Ludwig drum set out there.
Really?
That 1968 Ludwig drum set that's sitting out there.
That was
my cousin Ed's drum set. She bought it from him. And it's you know,
cousin Ed's drum.
Yeah. By the way, she bought me the other one too, the Orange County.
Okay, gotcha.
When I was graduating high school.
Wow.
And but I was just playing drums. I played some piano, and my bands wouldn't do my songs, and also, you know,
but you play. I mean, you really play good songs. Like, you write very good songs.
Well, they weren't so good back then.
Okay, well.
But you know, but anyway, they wouldn't do my songs, and I was like, well, you know, I don't want to lead a band like Billy Joel or Elton.
Right.
I want to be the guitar player or something. So I picked up a guitar that my dad had in the closet. It's hanging out there, and I just started to figure it out. And then you know, people wouldn't show up. The bass player wouldn't show up for something, and so I'd grab a bass and figure that out.
Wow.
You know, and so it was just like one thing after another after another. And so then it was like, okay, I can record my own stuff. I'm going to Hollywood, and I'll be a rock star. Well, you come to find out when you get into the music industry that maybe that's not what you want.
Really?
Yeah, and thank God it never happened, actually.
Really?
Yes. I'm so grateful I'm not famous. I do not want to be famous. And so
the hidden studio.
The hidden studio.
Very, very cool.
The hidden studio. And now Recording Ranch, I wanted something that was going to fit the vibe of Ocala, that was like heartland music. I want to attract country and gospel and rock and roll and like all, you know, just heartland music, you know. I do I do pop music as well, but like I you know, I'm getting older, I've got a family, I want to do wholesome stuff, and this is perfect. So yeah, I heard your lyric and I was like, okay, like
we can work with this.
So
mess.
I started off and I'm like,
she was born where the horses run.
She was born where the horses run. You
think, that sounds like country. I know, right? But it's okay.
But it is true. And so it's like, okay. So how do we new wave it up a little bit, right?
She was born where the horses run, under Ocala's golden sun, bright blue eyes and a restless soul, dreaming of places she's yet to know. To Westport Hall could never confine a girl with stars set in her mind. She lives so well, she stands up tall, her heart lifts even more at all. I'm free, let's see.
So we can talk about these other layers, but yeah. So that part of that sound, that 80s sound, is a Roland like jazz chorus amp, to get that guitar to sound like that.
Yeah.
That's the sound where it's kind of out of tuning.
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
that little warble in it,
Yeah.
and that's that sound. So a Stratocaster through that is the way that you get that sound.
Like each, I don't know, decade has their own sounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's not exactly, one part of the decade to that, but each decade really has their own sound. Like, what is happening now? What are you seeing more and more of?
Hybrids.
Really?
Yeah, hybrids. Because everything's been done with the instruments.
I mean, yeah, there's only so many different ways you can,
There's new keyboard sounds still coming out.
Okay,
You
well,
know?
that's good.
People are figuring out different ways to tweak a keyboard, but I mean, even that's really peaked. Between like future bass and dubstep, like all the keyboard sounds were explored.
Okay.
But now we have this, musicians have the best tools of any industry in the world.
Okay.
There is no more refined tool in the industry than what musicians have. It's simple, it works, it's universal, and it's the best. I mean, we have everything at our disposal. So we live in a time that's so great to make music, not because there's 100,000 songs coming out a week that you can't compete with, but because we have these great tools and we can make anything we want. So if you're creative, you can make it. You can do it with a laptop these days. But so all of these different sounds, what if I combine, country and hip hop,
Which happened
and,
recently.
you've got Nico Moon,
Yeah.
and it's it's just not just it's like country, hip hop, and folk, like Jack Johnson,
Yeah.
and it's yes, that is good,
Yeah.
I'm enjoying
Never.
this, you know what I mean? You can just put it on.
I think one of the oddest sounds I ever heard, I went camping in Canada, and I met these people that were Newfies. That's what they called themselves. And they were playing Newfoundland music, which was country and bagpipes.
Yes.
The only way I can think to describe it. It was the craziest sound, but it still kind of worked together. And I'm like, that is who came up with that? Who thought this was a good idea? But yeah, getting those odd mixtures of stuff you would never think to put together can sound really, really amazing.
Absolutely true. And do you want to get you a new light? We good? Okay.
We can't.
So,
Should I brighten it up, honey?
I can turn the lights up for you. Hang on
brighten
just a moment. So music. One of the wonderful things about music is that it's a universal language. So no matter what culture, race, that was one of the coolest things about music. In the earlier parts of the decade of the past decade was that when there was racism in the country or that stuff, the studios didn't care. All the music, the white guys, the black guys, didn't matter. You're in the studio together making music, and no one cared. They're just like, this is great.
Right. It was only when they stepped outside that they were faced with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of stuff, the music that actually changed. I mean, the Beatles, the stuff that they came up with. I mean, it literally, it just changed the way people thought, and it really was music of the time. And I think a lot of the kids now don't have a clue what was going on because they've never had a draft. They've never had anything like that. So they just think it's a good song. Oh yeah, it's an old Beatles song, no big deal. But it's actually very, very politically minded, and it was true story for that time frame.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's kind of interesting how it's affected us over the years.
And it's still happening.
Yeah.
With all the crazy stuff going on out there's Jimmy Levy. I mean, even Noah Hunt, and as we just did Gulf of America. You know what I mean? So so little
bit
little
of
pride song there, and yeah.
Gotcha.
and so it's like, yeah, it's still all of the relevant topics are still there, but it's just like every different culture, it doesn't matter if you don't even speak the language, you can enjoy music.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just it's a universal. So yeah, so we're doing hybrids, we're doing all kinds of stuff, or we're doing this where we're aiming precisely at a genre and a sound that's been done. We're like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it great.
And it was absolutely amazing. It really truly is absolutely amazing and way beyond anything that I could have possibly imagined. So
got that big sound? Chords? You need a single line melody.
It sounds like something on the radio.
See, you can see me. You can see my thoughts here, right? So here I'm playing a lead, and I'm like, cut, go to something else. Here's a different one. Cut, go to this one. Watch. You hear it. Watch. pad. Ooh.
I did not hear that at all.
It's a little choir pad. You know? Not too
I've
modern.
heard this song countless times now, and I never heard that.
It's in there. Especially right here. We're doing the She's a Dreamer. She's an artist. Right? She's a dreamer. Let's see.
She's an artist, she's a fighter, she's a dreamer, world igniter. She's more than us.
Yeah, that's in there.
She's
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? She got the.
She's an artist, she's a fighter, she's a dreamer, a world igniter.
You put the harmony on it. You get the,
She's an artist, she's a fighter, she's a dreamer, world igniter. She's more than muscle,
I've
more.
never heard somebody actually break down all of the different sounds that are in a song. That
Yeah.
is,
it's fun.
yeah, it's complicated. Very, very complicated. It makes like a real estate transaction look like a cakewalk.
Oh, I look at those things like the way you look at this. So,
I'm like, 14-page contract, I got
Yeah,
this.
yeah, no,
this,
no,
I'm
no.
like, oh no.
no, this is a walk in the park for
no.
me. I don't look at the contract. My wife does that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll just stay in our lanes.
Stay in our lanes. Exactly. Yeah.
Just go, Mike, I have this thing, but I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, no, I would definitely take probably an 80-page contract over this any day, because this is not possible for me to even comprehend how to do something like that.
It's the same thing. Once you got your 10,000 hour rule, right? You've got probably more than 25 years of experience in real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
that's where I'm at with music. It's just that,
Yeah.
So it's like I can't do anything else though. It's like go to the store, get cookies, don't lock keys in car.
Ah, yeah, okay.
I might have to
Yes.
write it down.
Yeah, AAA did kick me off of their plan at one point because I locked my keys in the car 5 times
Yeah.
in 1 year. So I'm right there with you on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Just being brilliant at one thing doesn't stop you from being an idiot at something else.
I should have that up on my wall. I actually might put that up on my wall. I will definitely do that. That is awesome. I've got the room at our office of sayings that I'm just like, I really need to have that tattooed somewhere or where I can readily see it, and that's very much true.
Yeah.
Very much true.
And if anything I've learned, it's one, we should never stop learning.
Mm-hmm.
We should never stop learning, and that when you think you really know something, that's when you're
You get taught more.
yeah, you should be be humble, because there's always gonna be more. I mean, the difference between the infinite wisdom of God and us is like
Yeah.
so
So small.
we always act like we're adults, we're in control.
Yeah, no.
Like,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
so-
Well, it seems like faith has a lot to do with what you're doing
Oh, yeah.
now and how you're leading your life and everything too.
Absolutely. God changed our lives. That's why we're here in Ocala.
Yeah.
Yeah. God said go to Ocala. We know anybody here.
No.
You're the first person that we met in Ocala.
I was like, you're just going to sell everything in California and move here. Why? Why are we doing this? Nope, that's what we're told to do, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, well, welcome. All right, let's do this. But yeah, it's been a fascinating journey with you guys over the years. But
Absolutely.
definitely, I'm very grateful that I've gotten to meet you and do work with you. And
Likewise.
yeah, it's just been epic. It's been
Likewise.
epic. So, all right. So if somebody had this dream of coming in to your studio
Mm-hmm.
and wanting to work with you,
Mm-hmm.
and they come with their paper and go, help, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, they can call my wife.
She's the one that does
not
all
only
that.
working for you in real estate, but she also, she fields a lot of the phone calls and business and scheduling for the studio.
She handles the contracts.
So you can call Deanna.
Yeah.
Her number is
Oh my God.
on the screen. 352-844-0077.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, you call Deanna, and get in touch with us, and she'll set you up with a meeting. And we like to meet with people. A lot of times we don't have to. Some people just schedule sessions. They're like, I'm coming.
Okay.
They saw a video, they saw whatever, and they're happy. They're comfortable. They don't want to waste time. But other people that don't know you, I mean, I try to I like I've seen people that aren't as experienced just be like try to sign somebody up for a lot, and
Yeah.
it the reason it doesn't work is because music is so first off, musicians are broke. Okay. Well, everybody's broke now. And then, and then,
select few.
we're all broke now. and then, you know, and it's such a sensitive topic. They're nervous about their voice. They're nervous about the chemistry, the working relationship, the
what they don't know.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, we'll just take it easy. We come in, we do a meeting, then we schedule a short session, and we'll sketch out your demo, get everything moving. If you're stoked, and you know, we just keep going from there. We'll do it hourly. Then we can roll it into like a project base. Once we know what we're doing, here's how much your project's going to cost every time, so that person doesn't get weighed down with like, you know, worries. They just like, okay,
Yeah.
this is easy. I trust this, and I can just walk in step by step and not feel like, because for me, I just want to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Right.
And I can remember my experiences and not always getting that, and so
just having that transparency and that respect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter from the most newbie. I've had people that have never recorded anything come in, and my jaw just drops because they're so good, right? And then I've had people that are like, I've been doing this for years, making a living at it, and you're like, you know,
You've had a really good recording studio going, right?
And it doesn't, but it honestly doesn't matter. Like, it's like, it doesn't matter how good they are. It doesn't matter. It's just like, okay, we're gonna have some fun today making some music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just have fun with it no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that you still have that passion and enthusiasm for it. That's awesome. Yeah.
What could be better?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So, Mike, thank you so much. Thank you so much
My
for
pleasure.
the tour and for Lexi's song, which we're definitely going to play so everybody can hear what an amazing talent you are, and just make basically a masterpiece out of a lump of very dirty clay.
It was excellent.
It was awesome.
It was excellent, and your love for your daughter is like, I was almost crying making this.
Yeah,
song.
it was a little rough. It was a little rough. But yeah, she officially moved to Tampa on Saturday, so I had a rough weekend. But
oh boy.
you know, we're FaceTiming and stuff, and she's doing really good. So now I just have to get used to being with my husband
Empty nesting.
in the house alone. It's been very weird. Like, we keep looking
Dave.
at each other like, what do we do now?
What do we do now?
I was like, we need to go and get somebody else's kids.
Do we
That's
cry
what
or do we
do.
celebrate?
I know, yeah. He's like more of the celebrating kind of thing, and I'm
Yeah.
just like bawling my eyes out, and I'm like, I don't really, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. This is just a season. We go through seasons. And
David, you can walk around in your underwear, man. What do you want?
He is so excited about that. He really is. Because, you know, we've had a little girl in the house for years. So, yeah, he's always had to be very, very cautionary with all of that. So he's you know, he can let down his boundaries just a little bit. And I'm like, you know, the lawn guy's coming today, right? Like, let's not scare the neighbors. So, yeah.
Why not?
So we're getting used to it. It is very different. But yeah, we're at a different season. And so we have to adjust to this new season. And that's what we're working on now. But you have some amazing kids, and you have years to go before you get to this part. So enjoy them. It goes way too fast. Everybody told me that, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I'm surviving. Okay. No, it really does. It goes so fast. It's
I believe
crazy.
you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
My oldest is 9 years old.
It's so crazy. Yeah.
We just did it. We're starting a family band. He played drums, and our second son, or 2 out of 3, played the keyboard, and we recorded a song last night. So we're pretty excited about our new family band.
So you've almost got preteens, right?
No,
How it works. I know. It's almost in the double digits. It's so crazy. Yeah. It's
Oh my
so
gosh.
crazy. I know. Yeah. It's like, okay, what next? It's really crazy. But to have something like this is just amazing, because it definitely is something that we have for this season. All the memories, everything was just so tied up in one song.
Yeah.
And that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
It is. It
And
really is.
When you listen to music, it'll take you right back to that time that you were in.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, even just the words, like, I'm like, you know, driving her through Westport High School in the car line and picking her up in these crazy outfits that she wore for no accountable reason. And, you know, just remembering all of that in one song is just, wow. It's amazing.
Wow.
So, very cool. Again, thanks, Mike.
My
This
pleasure.
has been absolutely awesome. I
pleasure.
greatly appreciate it, and all the best. I think you guys are going to have an amazing amazing business here in Ocala because
Oh,
it's
thank
just it's here for you. So
We're here for it.
She was born where the horses run, under Ocala's golden sun. Bright blue eyes and a restless soul, dreaming of places she's yet to know. The Westport halls could never confine a girl with stars set in her mind. She lifts her weight, she stands up tall, her heart lifts even more than all. Run free, Lexi, follow the wind, chase down the light that calls you.